So now you just have to clean it. All right. You should be able to work the corner that you started with. There should be some adhesive residue left. You can work that off with your finger. And it comes off relatively easy. See if I can get this off with this microfiber. And it's not going to work. I'm going to have to get me some Q-tips, and I will be right back. Alright, got my Q-tips, and alcohol was already in here, because I use it a lot more than I use Q-tips. Now, what we're going to do is get in there and scrub the screen down and get all that residue off that didn't come off in the first place. It's still not coming off. Right. Soak it back down. Take our razor blade. And work the screen around. Be mindful of both of the ribbon cables, because if you cut one, again, you're fucked. Yeah, there we go. And if all else fails, I go back and clean it once again. Now it's time for our backlit screen. I had to put this alcohol up before I smack it and knock it over and fuck up everything. I gotta wait for my fucking soldering gun to heat up. Should have done that a long time ago. Now, if you order a backlit screen kit, you will get the backlit screen, a thing of polarized film that has hair all over it, a resistor, and some heat shrink. Piece of heat shrink. I can get the shit out of the bag. There we go. There's your resistor and your heat shrink. This is your polarizing film, and depending on which way you put it in the screen, it gives you negative or normal polarization. What we're going to do is go ahead and install the screen. Now, when you get the screen, there is a protective film over it. This is the back. You can see the tape pieces. You're going to take that protective film off of it. And slide it behind the glass. Run your wires down. Alright. Shit. Alright. Forgot that we're going to route your screw or your wires through this hole in the middle where this big fat capacitor is. That's what we're going to do. Makes it a lot easier. Forgot about that. Oh, it's so awesome that I can edit this. There we go. That will run a whole lot better. We could still go ahead and put this back in. Alright. Once you run your wires through here, you can put this back in here. See? And it'll look a lot better. I'll set this to the side real quick and put these screws back in here. I wish these were magnetized. If you get a screwdriver set, make sure they're magnetized. That one's a little bit smaller. I use this one. Perfect. Now be sure you don't put a screw there where it says no screw. There's a small hole there, but that's where your screen is. And if you try to put a screw in there and fuck your screen up, then you just fucked your screen up. And take your resistor and you're going to clip it down and solder it to the colored wire, in this case the blue wire. Oh, where's my snips? I like to get it down pretty low, that way there's not a lot sticking out. And we're going to take, where are they? Here they are. Some wire strippers. Strip a little bit more off. Now these don't want to cooperate. There we go. Strip a little bit more off. And we're gonna tin it. And that is heating up the wire with your soldering gun. And putting a little bit of solder on it. Put a little bit more on there. Now, that's not the prettiest, but it'll work. Now, you slip your heat shrink over that. If you don't have a heat gun, you can use your soldering gun. Yeah. See? Use your soldering gun. Protects the connection there. Now we're going to trim this up. Now, here's the fun part. You go back to your back piece and we are going to solder the colored wire here at this point here. As you can look underneath it, there's a red wire going up to that point. Now we're going to solder the colored wire to that point, and your black wire, being your ground, is going to go right here. Now we're going to add a little bit of solder to these points so it makes it easier to solder to, because old solder takes for fucking ever to get hot. Alright, do this the other way. Now, you hook your ribbon cable back up. walk it back in there. Alright. I'm going to put two of our screws in just so we can test the screen, and if we got to go back into it, we don't have everything. We don't have to go back to all the screws. Alright, last fucking step we're gonna do. So we're gonna get in them corners and get all the dust out. Now the last step we're gonna do, put the screen protector on the back. You take this piece off. God, I can't even do this with nails. There we go. Okay, that's on that side. One more. On the other side. I'll line it up and lay it on down. Flatten it out. Make sure you get a good seal on it. So I want to sit in there right. Fuck it. It ain't coming off. Alright. And your end result. A backlighted DMG. And that took for fucking ever. But looks really good with these backlights in them. If I had a game, I'd show you, but anyway, I hope everybody found this informative. It's fairly easy to do, granted you do it right, and you route the wires the right way the first time, and whatnot, but that's how you backlight a DMG. This is Harvey Dent, signing out.